Howdy all and welcome back to the Ball Plays Broken Roads. We have just gained access to the big wide world. Now all the Meg slander makes sense. And we've got to decide which of the three options for the sort of mainline quests we're going to do. I'm inclined to say getting help for Mick. So we want to have DJ in our party and we want to go to to Korda to get medicine from Southern Cross, potentially. So it was O. Select our companions. We want Deej. I would like Ella and Mad because they're both good at combat. And then I have to pick one more. Can I just add everyone? No, you add 4 people. Okay. Okay, let's go. You've been waylaid by right... I didn't know that I was even selecting to move. But at least I was moving in vaguely the correct direction. Tough encounters. While the world is free for you to explore, you may find yourself struggling to complete certain quests or combat scenarios. You can always try again later at a higher level or with better gear. As you progress, more difficult encounters may also appear in previously visited locations. Oh wow, she's actually faster than me. And she has enough actions to take 2 shots per round. She has a shotgun, so she wants to be fairly close. A dingo? Always. Yeah. Move as close, or at least to middle distance with this guy, and then shotgun to the face. And then reload. That is all. Sister has sniper, so she kind of wants to be at a distance. Assume cover here, and then I'd sort of like to go for... Ooh, but the dingo is 100%. I'd still want to finish taking down the person I'm already taking down, I think, though. And now she also gets 2 attacks per round. It feels slightly wasteful to use her against this. Yeah, go doggo. Poor doggo. Okay, and that's it. We have no more actions. She has a spear and a pistol. So I'd like you to get over here and pistol him. Unless... No. Everything else is too far away, I think, so... Here. Swap. Pistol. Good. We're down to 2 enemies. But we don't have enough action points. So reload and turn. Deej. Deej has pistol. So maybe there, where you can assume cover. And finish off poor dingo. Or at least mostly finish off. Reload. And turn. And then me. Here. 100% on the dingo. Good enough. And then the man, 92. That is all. Man's go. Swap weapon. and we beat him down as a team. Smack. Oh, she's good with this club with a circular saw blade on the end. Not enough action points, fair enough. Me? I also swap weapon. I'm not as strong as Lady, but we'll still make... Actually, I should move even further, because other people can't move as far as me. And then club him. Yeah, I'm not as good at clubbing. I don't like possibly hitting your sister, so try and get a better angle. Okay. Success. What goodies do they have? A pistol, some money. Doggo has meat, and other person has a hunting rifle. And that. Now, is that better than my rifle? No, same hunting rifle. But would I like to change you over to using a rifle rather than a pistol? So we've got pistol, shotgun, sniper, rifle. No combined looting. Oh, poor Vama. We're going to have to click on each individual enemy. There's also no magic suction power to suction everything out of the room. Okay. Travel towards this place. Go. Okay, new place. What do we got? Solar panels. A panel a day keeps the darkness at bay. Oh, it's also being a... I thought it was going to be something we could open, but it's got a pair of stumps drawn on it. And this is fairly usual. If your household does not actually have a set of cricket stumps, you use a wheelie bin as cricket stumps. Stranger. This amicable man is tending to some carrots in the veggie patch. He stands to greet you with a hand on his hat. Kaya, Wanju to Korda. Any, my friend? This is beautiful Noongar land, where, if you look after it, it looks after you. Why do your crickets need stumps? To play cricket, Rakon. Kaya, Nguni. We need a blood thinner for a friend. He's bleeding pretty bad. Reckon our mob would have some? He touches his heart stricken. Oh, Nyorn. Poor fella. I'll go ask Ma'am, Yok, what could fix him. Be back soon. He returns with some flowers you can't quite place. I've got these flowers from the Marry Tree for 50 bucks. Sure, I'll spend 50 bucks saving our friend. Okay, my Juk says these Marry flowers are a good blood purifier. You'll have to crash the leaves, then get your mate to breathe them in real deep. I hope your friend has a speedy recovery. Bless me. Bless me. Could I speak to Uncle? I've got questions about the stuff he wanted to retrieve. Sure, I'll go get Kungok, Uncle, Koya, for you now. Hello. He smiles. Kaya. Quobidak Mort. Any clue where the plastic rope could be? Before I came here, I spent some time east at a place called Kalgoorlie. Maybe they've archived it somewhere. Any clues what the black rectangle could be? The Smiths love a good blackmail like I love my Kwandong. I reckon you should take a gander at Angela's office. Okay, so he just gives us hints. Is there anyone else here that we can talk to? We can investigate this rock. Get some more Sturt desert peas. The present moment. Why then do I wish to work in the present moment? Because I should forever repent not having done so. Little wallaby. A nice quiet spot for a whiz and a whistle. Steal these poor people's wheat. And some bars of... Oh, they're probably meant to be bricks. Didgeridoo. Oh well. We haven't seen any indication that any of this counts as stealing, that everything in public spaces counts as you're allowed to take it. Scorching by day, freezing by night, the desert has it all. Fire making kit. Yeah, it's a bit hard to click these when they overlap, but maybe we're done. Give me a home among the gum trees, with lots of plum trees, a sheep or two and a kangaroo. Come on, let's leave. Alright, bring the medicine back. That is our task at the moment, right? Actually... Sure. Hey, Digger, a term affectionately used based as a nickname from soldiers in World War I. He looks like he got into a fist fight that left him with 2 black eyes. Guess you got a lot of questions, huh? He gestures with a hint of his previous showmanship. Ask and I shall answer. How did you do whatever you did to protect you and Angela? It was an extension of my will, a projection of my mind on time and space that conforms it to my specifications. That sounds an awful lot like magic. How much can you do? We're still constrained by the basic laws of physics, but who's to say the more peculiar uses don't constrain to laws yet undiscovered? Force, energy, magic, call it whatever, it's real. It gets stronger the further east you go, the weaker the further west. Meriden is about as far towards the coast as I've travelled. To be honest, I don't know that I could go much further. Being here already feels like sights and smells are fading down to grey. In this household, we obey the laws of thermodynamics. Yes. He turns solemn eyes on you. What's important, perhaps crucial, is that I know how to teach it, or more accurately, awaken it within people who may not even be aware of their own potential. May I? What are you going to do? Send a small amount of my power towards you and see if you can reciprocate. Okay, and put my hand in his. Why not?
Eyes closed. He breathes deeply, peacefully. You could almost imagine he was asleep. His hands grow warm in yours. Moments pass. It takes a few tries, but eventually you match his rhythm. Your joined hands grow warmer still. You hear a distant sound like wind chimes in a summer breeze.
Do you follow the sound or focus on our breathing? I'm going to follow the sound.
You feel Adam's hands twitch in yours. Something like the first bright edge of a sunrise trickles in behind your eyes and begins to open doors in your mind that you hadn't known were closed.
Something shifts deep inside you, and you sense that Adam felt it too. His voice, when he speaks, is quite hypnotic. Imagine yourself in the desert. In your hands is the one tool you need to survive. What is it? Steamroll. My own closed fist and the strength in my legs. Charge through enemies with a chance to knock them down. Gravity. Make a powerful attack with a chance to knock down an enemy. A heavy rock to defend myself. Nitro! An hourglass made of mirrors that reflect not only what is, but will be. Gain action points and movement points for the current turn. Start next turn with reduced action points. So this lets you bank action points to spend between turns, which would be really useful because so far there's no sort of rollover mechanic for those. Assassin, the leash of a wild animal, ready to be loosed on my whim. Make an attack that makes your target bleed, weakening them and causing them to lose a percentage of their max health per turn. Bonuses are granted when making a critical... Yes, it is our alignment chart, Rakon. We are nice but realistic. We are nice to absolutely everyone to the point of even giving up our own food and the shirt off our back. There's everything is terrible and I want the whole universe to die. And there's I look out for me and only help things that help me. Withstand, an umbrella to shelter me from the sun, stand, and storm. Generate a protective barrier around yourself or a nearby ally, reducing damage taken from all sources. This barrier will cleanse and resist negative status conditions. Tranquility. You set it at the start with a little questionnaire, Rakon. Donate your remaining action points and movement points to an ally and bring their turn closer. Or hydrokinesis. Remove poison and heal characters within an area. Disperse the toxins nearby, causing poisonous vegetation to grow. I mean, I don't care about this. My character isn't a chargy one. I don't care about knockdown. So these were if you're like a brawler. This one feels useful. I don't really care about bleed. Do I want magic shield? Magic donate my action points? Or magic grow plants? I mean, healing is nice. Yeah, I'll go with that. We'll gain magic healing. Let us continue. You hear something nearby that draws you in. What attracts your attention? Oh, and there was two more that I hadn't noticed. The crackling of a bushfire and the feeling that the flames are listening. AoE Fireball? We learn to cast Fireball? Characters within the area have a chance to have their weapons disabled and grenades detonate. A tune. A wall of sound, not a cacophony, but a symphony, coming from every direction. It's like a memory, a forgotten memory of an embrace. Attuned to the power around you, increasing the effectiveness of your other magics. While attuned, casting magic causes you to overload, causing an explosion that damages... No, I don't want to cast Fireball on myself every time I try to cast magic. Is it giving me a chance to, like, choose more skills, or... Can I just be really, really, really good at healing? You have a chance to speak one sentence to someone who's dead and gone. What do you say? I draw them to me and let them inhabit the empty space they left behind. The coolness of their spirit nourishes the parched depths of my soul, the fireball. No, let's stick with our healing thing. All in on healing. How do I feel? Pretty good. Glad to hear it. Nothing personal. I just get a bit of kickback in my system after going through that flow. His hands are trembling. Anything else you want to ask before I have a lie down? What was all that shit that came off you? You radioactive or what? Give him some space. He eyes you uneasily. I have become one with the universe. Just shrug. Modest as always, his forced joviality does nothing to diminish the rising tension. Oi, mate here just casually making a decision that the rest of us would lose sleep over. He's not fundamentally any different than he was before. He just has access to more of himself. Self-actualization with sparkles. She makes a hand gesture and laughs. I do need that lie down though. Can you help me remember or forget other skills? You mentioned this energy gets stronger the further east you go. How far east? About 300 kilometers or so. Are you okay? Just dandy. She'll be right, mate. Nothing a bit of R&R won't cure. How did you learn to do whatever it was you did when you held my hands? Where I used to live, it was my job to guide newcomers or children through that process. I'm surprised I still remember the steps, to be honest. Bye. Well, no. How come you've passed out? I acted on instinct. I wasn't thinking about where I was, which is, well, something of a theme for me. What do you mean by that? Well, back east it's a lot easier to manipulate energy. Out here, not so much. With training, you can sense the drop-off as you move west. It's like walking through a curtain of cold water. The further you go, the colder it gets, metaphysically speaking. You used to guide children through this? What happened? It's not something I can explain. If you find yourself out east and come across a place that has a little bit stranger than most, maybe I'll be able to answer. Okay. Thank you for teaching me magic, weird magic man. I also have one of these to spend, and some of these to spend. I wanted to push this up to 75, so that we unlocked that, and then... Do I start pushing agility so that we can get even more actions per turn? Yeah, I'll go with let's start working towards even more actions per turn. And then the next level up, okay? Can we push all the way to 100? What does 100 do? Even more bonus damage. Even more critical hit chance. Upon subduing an enemy with a ranged weapon, we get a free reload. Sure, let's push towards that. And keep working on our agility. We want to get up to even more action points. Being able to do at least one reload per shot would be useful. Always more agility. Kill those who speak of any other stat. Oh, come on! We're one... No, I shouldn't have spent one during the other level ups on biology. Oh, that's tantalizingly close. Okay, shooting is maxed. Now what? I don't care about melee. What were you again? No. I don't care about throwing. I'd like to get good at, like, healing now, I think. The other one is... We can spend extra action points to be more accurate. If this character starts their turn with no enemies close and has a ranged weapon, they gain Eagle Eye. It gives them a 10% bonus to effective range and a 10% bonus to accuracy until someone closes the distance. This is basically Overwatch. You can make an Overwatch action. While equipped with a loaded ranged weapon, the character spends 3 AP plus their remaining AP to prepare an automatic attack for the first enemy who moves within the chosen 100-degree arc. This attack is made with a bonus chance to hit, and every unspent action point grants extra accuracy. Can we go above 100? Yes, but there are no more... There are no more, like, perk things for getting to a set number. So, presumably we would keep getting the extra 0.5 accuracy per skill. So we could start learning about Overwatch, or the ability to spend our spare points if I don't need them reloading. Getting this up to that is maybe tempting. The other options are work on our healing. But if we've got a healing magic, do I need healing items? Oh. Anna and Holly are looking each other like a pair of mad dogs. I was always raised to put the jam, then the cream. Yeah, raised in an outhouse, it's cream then jam, and that's the end of it. She spots you and gestures angrily for you to join them. Come on, let's do a bloody opinion poll. When eating the scone, do you put the jam or cream on first? The two women wait, throwing dirty looks at each other. Jam, cream, what's a scone? The bottom half gets jam first, then the... Yes. And what about the middle half? She gives Alana a look that succinctly communicates, can you believe this bullshit? What about the middle half? Both at the same time. Here's the man who wants the world to burn. I have a distinct impression that you aren't taking this seriously. Let's go find someone who appreciates the importance of ingredient layering. We're never going to find someone who agrees with your eggs in first cake method, my love, but we can keep trying. Ah, young love. Jealous? Yeah, I am. Falling in love is a sweet gig. We should jump it at every chance we get. Love is beautiful. Now, I hadn't realized that this doesn't pause the game. So I want that one. I keep working towards more action points. And then what are we doing beyond this? I don't care about better throwing things. Ooh! Oh, our magic is a new skill down here. Like the adaptable platypus, command toxins and liquids, remove poison and heal characters within an area, disperse the toxins nearby, causing poisonous vegetation to grow. Characters, target character in up to 6 meters away with a radius of 2 meters. Any aligned units, including this character, within the targeted area, and choosing it multiple times has resulted in us having this skill at 2 rather than 1. Are no longer poisoned, healed for 30% of their health, and have an increased chance to resist poison by 30% on this character's next turn. This area also grows mutated vegetation until the end of combat. Enemies who move through it have a 30% chance to become poisoned per unit of distance traveled. Poisoned characters take 10% of their... Okay, so you can create AoE bad for enemy. You can heal friend. And what do the bonuses do? You can heal more and more distant. scones are not like biscuits? Scones are closer to muffins? They're very buttery is the most appropriate way to describe them. They are a moist, buttery cake. Okay, so this increases the healing percent. And hydrokinesis also apparently just deals damage to enemies. Yeah, now that we've done gun, I'm okay raising our magic skill next, I guess. We can get that up to 50. Push it to 51. Last time I didn't all invest in something, I had to wait an extra level. And another. Well, keep leveling our magic. And I want to keep working towards more action points. And I've finally spent all our levels. The worst thing about being Canadian is the unholy mix of Americanisms and Britishisms. No, the worst thing is the snow, Sunaj. It's too cold. Far, far too cold. And what about at 100? Okay, at 100, the enemies are just guaranteed to become poisoned. Sure. Okay. Any snow is too much, Sunaj. Bring medicine to Sarah Taylor. Okay, where is she? Here, have the flowers. I've brought medicine for Mick. Can never go wrong with a bit of bush medicine. She waves DJ over. Come on, let's get this into Mick. I'm running low on rags for his head. Anything over 20 is too warm for you? If it's under 10 degrees, it's too cold for me, Sunaj. That's Mick sorted, but we still don't know enough about what it was that Connor threw. We could chase after Measure, sure, but we also know where he's headed. I say a trip to Kalgoorlie for ourselves, see what we might be up against. Okay, so now we have the choice of travel to Kalgoorlie or do the other two side questy things. Rescue Cole or look for Scott Measure in Ardith. Talk to Connor McCabe inside of the Meredith Bank. Well, we should do that while we're in Meredith. Now we're allowed inside the bank. Man is condemned to be free, because once thrown into the world, he is responsible for everything he does. It is up to you to give your life meaning. Diary of a Seducer. Meditations on First Philosophy. If you would be a real seeker of truth, it is necessary that at least once in your life you doubt, as far as possible, all things. There's you to talk to. Dawn, you've been sleeping since all that shit outside the pub went down. She rubs her eyes. I've been having these fucking awful nightmares. I keep thinking that I'm hearing someone creeping up on me in the dark. She shudders. I wake up just as that horrible noise and the pulsating lights start. Rinse and repeat. Those nightmares sound awful. Will anything help? How's everything since the attack? How is everything since the attack? She rubs her red eyes. Fucking terrible. Jason's run off with the fairies and I'm stuck here working. Reckon I fell asleep standing the other day. The nightmares sounds awful. Does anything help? Staying in here. Not being able to see the sky helps. So does knowing there's only one entrance, but the silence makes it worse. So there's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Sure. They said they're going to send me back on patrol once McCabe's trial is over. They try to put me anywhere in the open, I'm leaving. I don't care if they try to shoot me when I run. Anything is better than living like this. Okay. And we can talk to the guy. He reaches through the bars. Hey you want to know where Scott Measure went, right? Get me out of here and I'll tell you. Stop that. She sounds bored, tired, and angry about it. You can't ask every Tom, Dick, and Harry to get you out of here. You're awaiting trial. Do we pretend that we're going to help him? He scratches flecks off the newly soldered hinges and lowers his voice to a whisper. Shitty job, eh? Measure's contraption melted this steel like butter. Reckon you could get through 'em with a little heat or pressure now. Either way, that or $500 cash for bail. Celia, my wife, she'll give you whatever you need. Just go to Westonia. And if you see my kids, tell them Daddy loves them. And I can't wait to kiss their silly little heads. Okay, we can go ask his family for enough money to ransom their man. This is when we go there and we find it's been destroyed by the raiders. Deej, Ella, Madge, Jess. Let's go. So we're supposed to go to... It was Westonia, right? Doesn't actually note that down. Looks like whoever did this torched the vehicle so survivors would have no way to run. Oh god. Rope, knife. As horrible as it is to look at, the stench is even worse. From the ashes a song. As the train pulled away from the platform, Vivian promised to find love inside herself before she searched for it in others. What at first you take for rust, you only slowly realize is blood. That and that. That's the exit to the real world. Yep, poor guy, his everyone is dead. It looks like. Maybe there's meant to be something here, but it doesn't sound like it's... Like, it sounds like it's making an opening noise, but we're not actually getting an opening anything. Well then, back here. Gotta give it, the fast travel system is fast. That little marker just zooms over the map. Also, we have another level. More agility. Always more. I'm not allowed to? Yeah, agility is maxed. I am not allowed more. Okay. Accuracy next, then. Keep leveling up our magic skill. Let's go talk to the guy again in case I got his city's name wrong. Well, town. Settlement. Any luck? Westonia's gone, I'm sorry. Haha, yeah, not funny, mate. It takes a moment before the fear sets in. When it does, he looks at you like a drowning man. No! When you don't reply, he raises his voice. No! He hits the bars with his hands and screams. A primal, wordless rage. Then he collapses on himself, sobbing on the filthy, broken floor. Now that I've told you that all your family is dead, will you give me the information I want? No. So I have to either come up with $500 of my own to post bail, or actually help him break out. I mean, we're nearly there, and I could, like, sell the car battery or something. And you're back. Do you want another free sandwich? No. Got any election goss? Mr. Vox Populi, that's me. I think the old hag is gonna win. How do I get money out of you? Because, like, that looks like I'm giving him 200. Let's test it with something shittier. I will give you a small empty water bottle. Will you give me... I only want to give you one. How do I select only one? I don't know how I select only one. Okay, let's try pencils instead then. Will this give me $12? I'm at $359. Okay, it does give me money. Then I'm happy to sell one of the car batteries. I really wish I could separate off one in an obvious way. Did I know Fallout is based on the developer's visit to Australia? I did not. Well, let's do. Give me the money. I've got enough money to post your bail. Let's post your bail. I have your bail. At least he stopped crying. Can I talk to you? No. How do I give you your bail? Maybe we're just not allowed to. Well, then we can go do the other one that we're supposed to do. The saving coal. From Aldersnide. Yes, 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 yes. Let's try Sean instead of the girl. Let's go. And to Alderschneid. Auto saved, experience gained. Hello, who are you? Franklin Ames. Welcome to Aldersnide. We've got sheep, flies, and barley. Anything else, you're in the wrong place. I'm Franklin Ames, the alderman of this town. An alderman, you say? Have you seen a red-haired bloke with freckles? He's a mate of ours. Yeah, nah, haven't seen a bloke like that round, sorry. Your crops look healthy. Who's your supplier? Good eye. There's this bloke called Bruce Harris. He carts water from the east and says g'day before making his way to Brockton. He'll never tell me where the water's from, though. You know how Deweys are. But we won't be needing him anymore. Business is booming in Alderside, thanks to my silver tongue. Who's going to bring you water if not Bruce? Look, I appreciate idle chatter, same as the next fella, but I can't go yarning to everyone about the comings and goings. How did you become the alderman? He readjusts his crumpled hat. Louise Evans roped me into it. She said she was sick of hearing the complaints about how she was running things and that the role needed someone who could smile with a stomach full of shit and ask for seconds. He gives a thin smile. That was me, in her estimation. What do you do? I keep everyone happy and busy, as a leader should. I'm the one with a big picture in mind. Goodbye. At least he's not Burgermeister Meisterburger. Not often you hear alderman. Narrator, you inspect the half-burnt building, noticing that the burns look somewhat recent and that the fire must have started from outside the house. Glancing towards the ground, you spot some odd boot prints that lead away from the house. It seemed the master guards aren't averse to fear tactics to keep people in line. A nice, quiet spot away from the hustle and bustle of, well, just about anywhere. He's in the jail. He isn't indentured. Are the fences to keep people out or in? Sure, I'll steal your medicine and lockpick/scrap. That's Cole's tanker. All right. Let's find the little man and skedaddle. This tall, lean woman, covered in body armor, jogs towards you. Step away! That vehicle is destined for salvage. I don't know who you are and I don't care, but go near that shed again and my people will be forced to act. Save. I told you to stay away. She lets out a piercing whistle and armed soldiers pour out from the buildings around you, hemming you in. Well, I guess we're less friendly. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a lot of people. She's shotgun girl, so if you could... She can't quite get there. She can get there. But apparently these people are blocked aside from... Oh, maybe they're too far away for her. Okay. And then skills? Okay, reload and you're done, because you can't shoot again with what you have. Your sister should jump behind here, please. Seriously? There's so much blocked line of sight. Ugh. That seems like an unreasonably... Have I... Okay, she just moves as far as she can that way. But that's all she can do. It's blocked by cover. Sure. Me... I actually have movement ability. Okay, 83... 85, 83, 85, 86, 87. 83 is going to have to do. And then can I use our new... No, it costs too much. Fair enough. Done. Seriously, the target is out of range. Could you get all the way over there? No, you could not. But that has brought you into range of this. Better than nothing. He moves so little. That's all he can do. Okay. Boom. Boom. Reload. Your turn is done. Shotgun her in the face. Reload. Done. the best chance to hit, so... Ooh. I'm dead? I'm dead. No! Well, this is why we have saves. How about we don't declare war on this town? Do you know about our friend and his car here? Have you seen a red-headed bloke with freckles? Nope. Are you the leader? Speak to Louise. Why is security so tight? Scares off the drongos and keeps business honest. I'll be off then. Here's Louise. Where's our friend? As you approach, this sour-faced old woman gives you an appraising look. A spiteful sneer cracks her leathery face, and she scoffs to herself with some private judgment. She looks away and doesn't meet your gaze. What do you want? Have you seen a redhead bloke? Ooh. No way you're getting me involved in that. Who's in charge? Her name's Julianne. She's a dickhead if you ask me. Acts like the red carpet's rolled out for her no matter where she goes. I've dreamed of throwing cow dung in her face from day dot. If you don't like her, maybe you should take your business elsewhere. I've built my whole life here. I'm too old to piss it away in search of greener pastures. Why do you live here if you hate it so much? You think I choose to live in a shithole like this? When Charlie's snivelling father disappeared into the night, we had to settle here or else we would have been dingo food. An opal and a lot of money. No, you're trying to sell me stuff. Not interested. Stranger. She's watching the cloudless sky. She tilts her head to the side to see you better, but otherwise doesn't move. If you're here for Julianne, she's in the CWA building. No flies on you, eh, Susan? I pull out all the stops for you, mate. Have you seen a redhead bloke with freckles? Her eyes flicker with recognition and she odds. Julianne's keeping your mate with his tanker in a bar nearby. I was hoping someone would come look for him. Means we've got more hands to make our plan work. What plan are you talking about? Go chat to Nathaniel about it. Blue scarf, blonde hair. Tell him Sue sent you. Okay. Nathaniel. Outside the church. I'm not allowed in there. There's a time and a place for gallows humor, and it's neither here nor now. Ah, there's Nathaniel. Okay, Sue sent us. Welcome. If you have questions, we have answers. I was told to speak to you about a plan to rescue Cole. He's our friend. If Julianne were otherwise occupied by, say, a riveting conversation, it would be trivial to open the northern gate and usher Cole to safety. I have devised just the topic to keep her engaged. Okay. Let me know when you're prepared. I'm ready. You get the gate. We'll distract Julianne. Good luck. Open the north gate next to the barn while Julianne is distracted. So this... Push it open as quickly as you can. The gate lets out a long, loud groan that echoes off the nearby buildings. Cole, he shuffles out from behind his tanker. Face gaunt, he attempts an easy smile. Hooroo, you lot. You getting me out of here? She fires a shot at the ground at your feet. I knew something was off. Nobody willingly approaches me. Shooting mastery. Shoot her in the head! Whew! Agility success. Flee. We don't have the manpower for this. Put up your hands. We're taking Cole. If you want to stop us, you'll have to kill us. I'm sure we can come to agreement here. For Brookton, attack. How about we use our Grandmaster shooting? She... Boom. You treasure the flicker of faint surprise that registers on her face as she slumps bonelessly into the dirt. The soldiers she once commanded prepare to fight. Now we make a break for it. You bolt through the open gate to the sounds of shots and a sharp retort of rifles. Cole guns the engine on his tanker and peels away, kicking up enough dust to obscure your view of Aldersyde. You hear a single piercing scream. So presumably that's the guy that was helping us with the escape getting shot. Thank you for your service, strange man who may or may not have been running a cult. Thanks for your help back there. He seems as if he's working towards something but stops. He clears his throat and changes tack. Mad and Ella and them, they feel like they've got to look out for me. You didn't have to come with them to Aldersyde, so thanks. Next time you run off on your own, you're good. Good technicians are hard to come by. I wasn't going to give you up. Give him a high five. Can you improve my weapons? What do you think makes a good leader? Oh goodness, keeping everyone's needs in mind and finding a balance that suits as many people as possible. Seems like you're doing that already, but... How are you holding up? Doing alright, I reckon. I could stand for a bit more of a long view on things, but that's just me, though. Can you improve my weapons? What would you like to upgrade? My hunting rifle. This hunting rifle. 5 scrap and 90 bucks? I will do it once. He has upgraded our hunting rifle to a hunting rifle of +1. Can you do it again? He can, but it will be even more expensive. Sure. How much more money do I have? 400 bucks. And what is this actually increasing when we increase it? 12 to 18. Range 1 to 14. You don't have the scrap. $15 scrap. Okay. So I don't have enough bits of garbage. Fair enough. So I won't get to know what my stat-ups were actually doing. Cole has designed his mobile workshop so the components fold away or slide into specially designed compartments when the tanker needs to move. Okay, and now we've only got travel to Kalgoorlie, or help him get out of the bank. I guess we think about going to Kalgoorlie. Mad, Ella. Let's try Adam. And Cole. That's a fair way away, but let's go. Waylaid by bandits. It's kind of tempting to have her run up and stab them. Pity she doesn't have one more action point, but swapping weapons was costly. %, on Doggo. Also Doggo. And Doggo finished. Reload. Looks good. Oh, he tried to run away and so gets stabbed for his trouble. Oh, Magic Man joins us. So he has Fireball, which we could try out. Or he could cast Protection on Girl in Melee. How do I choose who I'm targeting? Ah, he's just too far away. Fair enough. Then... what about Fireball? Also too far away. That works, and it catches Dingo. How about you move first, then? Move here. Now see what you can do to those two. I mean, the Dingo was slightly inconvenienced by that. But that honestly seems really underwhelming. And maybe I should have given you a gun? Yeah, maybe we should have given you a gun. Okay. And Doggo? Doggo is actually too hard to hit. Reload. Smack Doggo. Smack Doggo. Your turn is done. Knockdown. Please only get one. Nope. And we're dead. Okay, that's a no. Okay, I'm overestimating how tanky my own character is. And we don't want Cole. He's useless. Is the other thing we've learned. So definitely Mad and Ella. Deej is at least slightly useful. And I don't like the Magic Man, I'd rather Jess. Let's try that again. We'd never seen Magic Man join us in combat, and we'd never seen the Engineer join us in combat, so I don't feel too bad about that. Okay. Shotgun to the face. Reload. Yeah, Magic Man does have a pistol, but I find that I don't appreciate Magic Man, I'm sorry. Okay, Sister. Yeah, I'd rather get rid of Clubman. That's your go. Me. Finish Clubman. And then you. Reload with your last action point. And where do I want you to live? Heal a lady. Become using of your pistol. It's so annoying that you don't move where I want you to. Like, I want to move for her to move there. And then... But there's, like, some invisible barrier preventing her from walking around that little bit there. So I guess... could go there. Shoot. Change back to your spear and hope that he tries to run away. Really wish you had another. No, I don't think we assume another enemy closes. Ah, I should have done it so that he maybe got an attack of opportunity. I'm not wasting your shot on him. Too far away, but this guy isn't. 1, 2. Reload. Your turn is done. Change into smacking mode. Smack. Very good. Close ground to that guy. Good. Goodbye to you. You're out of ammo. I'm going to have to spend next turn reloading. I'd kind of like you to assume some cover if you can. Now, can you heal yourself? No. Get here. Swap to pistol. Finish this guy. Reload. That's your go. Pretty good odds. Can you move any closer? Excellent. Reload. That's your go. %. Move up and assume cover. Still too far away? What about there? Still too far away. Well, reload. You've got nothing else to do. And then, can we use your magic? No? Oh, no, that should... I have 4. Why can't I... Whatever. That's weird. You sprint up. Actually, I should have used sprint very probably. Yes. There we go. Close ground. Maximum speed. Threaten to smack her in the face. You're healthy enough that you could realistically do the same, and that means that you wouldn't have to change or reload. You need to hide. And this supposedly grants you some sort of defense. Or you could Overwatch. Yeah, we'll give you the defense thing. He also needs to hide. Because he's damaged. Okay. I can get to here. Good enough. Good enough. The miss hurts a bit. Reload. Seriously? Fine. And get even closer. So that if she tries to move away, you get an attack of opportunity, hopefully. And now... Stabby! 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 Victory! Okay, dead bodies. She has a nice gun. A standard Australian Army SR-98 sniper rifle. Incredibly effective at long range. You... have another one. You... have a pointy stick. You... have a pistol. And last but not least, you... have a pointy stick. Now, would I prefer to be using this than our hunting rifle? 2 to 10 versus 8 to 12. So the sniper rifle only has slightly more range. And does slightly more damage, but it has a much higher minimum range. Like, this being able to hit as close as 2, whereas this minimum hits out to a distance of 8 is a bit... Sally's leg is a weapon? You could use it to kick a footy or use it to bash someone's skull in. Ay, ay, ay. Is it better than the other club? It is? It's slightly better than the normal club. In terms of base damage. And it has a chance of knockdown. That's a bit bleak, using the dead woman's leg as our... But it's better. I can't argue with the numbers. So do I change you over to a normal rifle as well? No, this lets you get 2 stabs, whereas that would only get 1 hit. So that is better. Should I be using that as well, then? Should I be using knife on the grounds that I'd get 3 hits? 2 hits of this versus 3 hits of that. Yeah, knife is better. Unless you particularly care about getting the knockdown. Hers is extra good. So she can keep hers. And your spear. %20 chance of poisoning. Okay, you can keep that as well. Okay, onwards. Continue to Kalgoorlie. Or do we use some rest? No, we'll keep heading this way. Question is, do we heal as we move? It doesn't look like we do, so I'm going to actually... Rusty the Wandering Trader. Sure, let's investigate. I was going to say we should stop and rest then. Hello. G'day, g'day. Lucky for you, you've stumbled upon Rusty's Wandering Wares, the best little merchant in the Never Never. The young boy looks weathered beyond his years, but carries a chipper smile and greets you with the warmth of a seasoned salesman. Let's see what you got, Rusty. He has some very expensive hats. He has some safety vests. Tasty pie. It seems this hasn't triggered. Maybe I have to talk to someone else? Or talk to him some more or something? Can't believe these are so valueless. And yet he values copper wiring. He 2 sniper rifles to the copper wiring. No, I'm not sold on any of your stuff, I'm sorry. Is there anything else in this scene? No, there's no other things to pick up. We will rest. Party is healthier enough to proceed. Okay. Welcome to Kalgoorlie. Ask the guard how to get in. I got him out as fast as I could. Yeah, there's something like we got him out, but anyway. The guard gives you a quick and practiced once-over as you approach. The mask she wears can't hide the boredom in her eyes. Her voice is monotone. Entrance to Kalgoorlie is permitted only for citizens or people who can prove they have the ability to contribute significantly to the city. What do you mean by contribute significantly? You tell me, do you have a valuable skill that we don't have in spades, like deep insights into the human soul? Are you a natural salesman, an egghead? In other words, are you going to make it worth our while to let you in? If any of that sounds good to you, consider swinging past Lake Deborah. for your noggin, and Southern Cross for your nerdy types. Kurda's good for trade, but you gotta sell an arm and a leg to that Ngama fella to even see the place. Or if your cognitive and social skills are lackluster, you could always work as a merc and undermine some of our enemies. Oh wow, there's like a dozen of them. Tell me more about your enemies. The enemy of my enemy is my blah blah blah. She counts off 3 entries on her fingers. Southern Cross, they've got the device, which is basically a death ray. We want it inoperable. Figure it out. Second, Kurda, their agricultural expert, Dejet. She needs to give our city some love, teach us what she knows. And third, Lake Deborah. Bren's incorruptible. I admire it, but it's a pain in our ass. Replace him with someone else, I don't care how. If you want any chance of speaking to Jet, you're going to need to trade some goods to Ngama. We should leave Dejet out of this. Kalgoorlie aren't a nice bunch. What can you tell me about the city? It's clean, bright, real beds and honest-to-goodness wooden flooring. Almost makes you forget not everywhere is quite as flash. Her eyes stray to the background behind you. Each patrol reminds me I ought to be grateful that I get to call it home. Then I get stuck on gate duty again, talking to yobbos who want to know what the city's like. I'm surprised that doesn't have an Australianism pop up. And it makes me wish I was out there clawing dingo meat off a carcass with my bare hands so I have the energy to make it back alone after my squad got taken out by raiders. It's like that. You ate raw dingo meat? Not the worst thing I've ever eaten, she sniggers. Or the worst thing you've had in your mouth. She barely turns her head to shout at someone out of sight. Oi, rack off, get lost. Get stuffed, Jordan. Try to add a bit of nuance to your comedy routine, you vulture. Bloody J-Crash. J-Crash? Someone who's been hit in the head a few too many times and forgot how to think straight. Bunch of spoiled assholes. Not surprised most of them end up as Wakefields. You mean like James Wakefield? Yeah, look, I don't know what he did to you and I don't want to know. But if you're after revenge, you're going to want to sharpen your shiv. If you get one shot, you'll be lucky. After that, run. Who's in charge? I'd like to speak with the leaders. I'll be sure to rush a courier to let them know. In the meantime, I'm not letting you in till I have a reason to. Okay. So. Disable the device in Southern Cross. Depose Brennan in Lake Deborah. Convince Dejet to share her knowledge. That at least doesn't sound like we're doing bad things. And we can enter as a philosopher, scientist, trader, or merc. Philosopher, scientist, trader, or merc. Our science skill isn't... Where are we? Character? No, I'm still utilitarian, although I've now slightly slipped into humanist. I'm slightly too helpful to the common man for my own good. I'm not going to have a high enough tinker or biology to get the, What the hell? You have a tune? Like the Hush Opossum, gain control of mysterious powers. Ah, he also has heal, and... Okay, I should pay attention to that. And I'm actually supposed to be using her for melee. You're I'm supposed to be using for shooting and possibly for overwatching. And he's supposed to be healing and shooting, and you're supposed to be healing and throwing and somewhat shooting. Okay, so... I don't want to kill the person at Lake Deborah. I've already forgotten where the person was that I'm meant to be convincing to come tell them about how she farms good. Corda de Jet. We could find out if they're all assholes, in which case deposing their person might not be against our moral compass. I don't actually see another person, so it looks like they're going to make me talk to you in order to get the other person to show up. And are you going to give me a quest in order to do that in a friendly way? Kaya, isn't it a beautiful place to rest your feet? What do you grow here? Who taught you how to tend the land? My mum, rest in peace, always kept our food supply steady, and I followed her footsteps in doing the same. Makes me feel like she's around me. And plus, I love how people react when I give them food. Food makes people happy. Maybe they are here and I just missed them. These graves are lovingly tended. Not a single flower is out of place. I don't want to leave. And yet I'm not seeing the person I'm supposed to... It's not like we can go inside the building. And they're not selling their knowledge in book form. Okay, Kendra mentioned Corda as a great place for trade. I need to sell Ngama a lot of goods before I can get in, though. So presumably there's a trigger here that I haven't done, even though I do have entrance here. So I will sell you these spare sniper rifles. And clubs. And... I don't really like... I'm not going to sell you your own didgeridoo back. That would be a little rude. Okay, is that enough? No. Well, I guess going to that lake place and maybe deposing their person is our only option then, because something... It feels like there should be another person wandering around here, but there isn't. And it might just be that I need to sell that man more stuff. Hold it! The voice is loud from an imposing and heavily armed figure just inside the ark. Slow it down there. The man is staring at you, tense and ready, his weapon also trained on your party. What do you want? There's no need for weapons, we're not looking for a fight. You kinda look like you are, mate. The other man narrows his eyes. He looks ready to attack. Brennan Rafferty. Okay. Take it easy, take it easy. The old man has a long, straggly beard, and a face wrinkled as much by the sun as by his beaming smile. She's more serious, watching you with caution but no malice. Okay, let's try this again. I'm Brennan. He gestures to the woman next to him, and this is Mira. You've already met Jeff and Kai, so you're not going to make me regret calling off my dogs, right? What can we do for you? I've come from Meriden and we have friends in need of help. See? Just wanderers like the rest of us. You too, Jeff. Ease up. Fine. He lowers his weapon, but his gaze is no less intense. Thank you. Beg pardon, you've come at a very special time. You know, a very special time. Why don't you rest up until morning? And I'll show you what I mean. You've got nothing to worry about. You follow Brennan and Mira through the gate and they show you to a place to camp for the night. Sure. Why not? Right, he closes his eyes for a few seconds and that lets out a long, loud breath. Let's begin. You see an intense focus come over her as she stares at the dry mound. All five are quiet now as they stand entranced and gather round. The gathering crowd is also silent. The only sounds you hear are the soft wind in the trees and the chirping of a few birds, and then a soft gurgling slowly rising from to the gushing sound of running water as the pool beneath his feet slowly fills. There's a collective sense of tension being released, as though the entire crowd is exhaling together. You can see the relief on his face as he looks at the water soaking the hem of his robe. There we go. He pauses and takes a few breaths, exhausted but clearly happy. Good work. Good work. Huh, I'm buggered. The stranger reaches over to adjust a small metal valve. Water bursts from the sprinklers, dousing the crops completely. Welcome to Lake Deborah. Quite the show you walked in on, eh? What do you reckon? It was like I was feeling someone else's hunger and then satisfied, full. It strikes each of us differently, but I've felt that way sometimes too. Catharsis, you know, it's powerful shit. You pull the water up from the ground? That's amazing! Usually when people ask me what I think, it's because they want something. No, I'm gonna go with they're amazing. That's how we're fortunate enough to sustain this place. It's the culmination of a lot of time, focus, and hard work within the community. It's also not an end nor a beginning, simply part of the cycle, and it's something people refuse to believe even after they've seen it. I felt something when you were drawing the water. I've never seen it before, but somehow it's as though I knew what you were doing. Does this mean you have unlimited water? Haha, unlimited, not quite. There's quite a lot underground. In this part of the world, old aquifers have kept the country alive despite all the shit that's been flung at them. But it's far from unlimited. It's getting harder to reach. The drought means we need to pull more often than we used to, and it's getting tougher all the time. Well, I knew it. I could sense that the moment we met at the gates. You're walking the path of water. It's a rare find out in the wilds. Affinity to water. I'm looking forward to talking more about this, but not right now. He tries to suppress a cough, takes a deep rasping breath, and clears his throat. You're going to have to excuse me, I'm utterly knackered. I'll get to the point. We've got a good thing going with this community. We grow slowly, as we should and as we need. Right now I need to rest. I'd love you to take time to get to know what we're about, what we value, and how everyone contributes to the community. I'd say start with Mira, who can point you to the others. She's upstairs, middle level, in the library. I've got more questions. They'll have to wait. I'm so exhausted. We can chat later after you've met the others. Once you're done, let's see if there's a place for you and yours here. Oh, we could stay? Well, let's find out. I'm gonna go take it easy. Catch you after a while. What are you trying to tell me to think about more? Oh, I could have paid his bail at the governor's HQ, not in the... Okay, to my mind it makes sense to pay it inside the jail itself, but I should have read that, so... My bad. I mean, do I still have 500 bucks? I do. The sprinkler system is ingenious, but likely impossible anywhere else. G'day! The man stops raking as you approach. How's it going? This place is incredible. Yep. Closest thing to a living miracle I've ever seen. Look around you. This is paradise. You're in charge of the grounds? Something like that. My little project has become quite spectacular over the years. Feel free to help yourself. Don't make a mess of things and take only as much as you need. As you can see, there's plenty to go around. He has relatively cheap food, but an overly expensive hat. You believe in miracles? Not exactly. More a turn of a phrase, like sunsets, rainbows, first light, that kind of thing. They're not what people understand as miracles, but they give you a sense of something greater, and that's what appeals to me about this place. I like what Brennan has to say about being a part of this. The way God is nature and we are part of nature. That I was born of this and that when I die I will become this. So yeah, not to get philosophical, but this is what I believe and this is what makes me totally fine with whatever eventualities befall me. That's why I call this a living miracle. You agree with Brennan's worldview? Not entirely. We align where it matters, starting with an idea that life is what you make it. He takes some things a bit far. Some things a fair bit further than me. And we don't see eye to eye with some of his ideas, but it seems to work for most people here. We've known each other a long time, that's more than enough common ground. Thankfully, our disagreements don't get in the way. What were you pointing to on your hat? It's a little bit of symbolism. It is the sign of the everlasting. Just a circle and some dots on blue fabric. I reckon, but it matters to this community, so I wear it. Bothered me when Brennan first came up with it. That's when it started to worry me he might be thinking of himself as some new messiah, but thankfully things haven't reached that point. I've never seen so much water. Very few people have. It's a blessing. If you're into that kind of thinking, our own little miracle. Got any work we could help you with? No. And what, we could take food from here? Sure, we'll eat your potatoes, why not? Doug Hurley. This heavy-set man looks up from the machine and calls as you approach. Hey Doug. Doug. Hurley. Wanted to personally welcome you to Lake Deborah and our little community here. His gruff tone and less than friendly glare are at odds with what he is saying. Word of advice, don't expect the old man's warm welcome from everyone else. It's a good spot we've built, don't fuck it up. Nice to meet you too. Well, you're here and Brennan's done his usual with open arms thing, no surprise. What do you want? What powers the lift? That would be me, you, or whoever's riding it, plus pulleys, gears, and elbow grease. What are you working on? I'm doing some fixes on the gears, but she's still working. Step on and use the pulleys. I notice this isn't particularly well defended. You're telling me we lost a good bloke the last time we were attacked. Brennan doesn't give a shit. Kid was carried off to God knows where, and the old man is fine with it. That's terrible. You said a child was taken? Yeah, nah, I did say kid, but he was probably early 20s. Gabe, tough guy with a gun until a horde of fucking drop bears overwhelmed him. Could hear the poor bastards screaming as they dragged him away. Avoidable tragedy, mate. Avoidable tragedy. What did the guards do? Everything they could. Jeff was near the silo. Kai was asleep. It was over in seconds. They were gone with Gabe in seconds. That's terrible. I'm there with you. Wouldn't have happened if Brennan listened to us. See you later. What do you want to do? Let's go to the top. Okay, I meant to scroll. Healthy, tended to with patience and love. And there's some sort of exit that I'm not allowed to use? Break into their house and take their stuff. Sure. Looks like Brennan has gotten started on a painting and he's not half bad. Okay, let's try the middle. So it looks like there's potentially some disagreements that we could exploit to get nice spiritual man overthrown, if we were going to be evil like that. Talia Jordan. Hello and welcome to Lake Glabora. I'm Talia. She speaks purposefully with eloquence and confidence, and a smile which makes you feel immediately at ease. How many of these books have you read? Most of them. Don't forget, we've been here for years, collected them for years, and had just as long to read them. Mira too. You see what this place is like. I don't know of anywhere else in the world that affords people as much idle time. I hope your visiting our library is an indication of an inquiring mind, as you'll get a lot of it out of it. Pursuits of the mind, the literal love of knowledge, tracing history of thought back millennia, these books bring us a lot of joy. Could always have more though. I get the feeling you'd like my help in acquiring more books. Is it that obvious? It would be amazing if you could help our project. Some that come to mind are Metaphysics of Morals by Immanuel Kant, The Will to Power by Friedrich Nietzsche, and they have two pretty influential works that I'm embarrassed to say we haven't tracked down. But really, just keep an eye out for any books that you think might fit. Better you bring back duplicates of what I already have than risk missing out. Have a look on the shelves. I found some books. We have The Present Moment and Meditations on First Philosophy. Excellent, they will make great additions to the library. Thank you. If you find any more, let us know. This is one we had a long time ago, but lost. One of those borrowed but never returned stories. Glad to have it in the library again, thank you. A complex beast, this one. Very open to interpretation and straddling the line between humanism, existentialism, and nihilism. As a man of faith, Kierkegaard was far from a nihilist and only had some overlap with the humanist worldview. The topics covered the subjective human experience, considering our choices as meaningful and significant, and an emphasis on being an authentic self. These are prevalent in the schools of thought that he influenced and of those who oppose him. Depending on who you ask, it could simply be a summary of how people saw the world centuries ago, or a treatise on living as an authentic individual through the lens of Christian existentialism. You ask someone else and it's about accepting responsibility for one's actions, being definitive with your choices, and focusing on your place in the here and now. Remind me what books I want. She does. Goodbye. You flip through essays on Wittgenstein by University of Woolloomooloo Press. Whereof one cannot speak, whereof one must be silent. Philosophy is like trying to open a safe with a combination lock. Each little adjustment of the dials seems to achieve nothing. Only when everything is in place do the doors open. You recognize the slim, bespectacled woman you met at the gates. She greets you with a quick wave as you approach. Hello again. In case you're not good with names, I'm Mira Calder. Where did you lot come from? No, we had ones about... we had John Milton Keynes, Racon, so we had economic theory. We're from Brookton, but based on Meriden now. And you've been able to get into the city? I heard they had such an influx of hungry mouths that they've closed up their gates. You must be pretty resourceful. Well, Brennan wants me to meet everyone, so I'm saying g'day. The old man is consistent, I'll give him that. Let me shortcut through some of the BS. Don't beg for answers, don't be a smart aleck. We had this merchant from Westonia some time back. Brought in fantastic supplies and would have been a great fit for this place. Problem is, he was too proud of himself. And well, he doesn't come round here anymore. What can you tell me about work? Just that it's a big deal to the old man, and pretty much everyone here is giving it their all. How long have you been here? 10 years, give or take. Long time for a small place, but we're happy here. We've been to Westonia. I'm sorry, but it's been destroyed. She stands still and quiet as you recount the horror of the dead bodies, just strewn in a pile. Abandoned and undignified. Those poor people, those poor people. She shakes her head slowly and sadly. She clears her throat before carrying on. This world is not what it used to be. We thought it had already gone completely to shit, and still it finds ways to get worse. She turns to Talia. This is what I'm talking about. We've only got Kai and Jeff. No way. Well, thanks for letting us know. We do need more. We all need to do more to secure this place. Got time to talk, Descartes? Definitely. What did you think of First Meditations? The evil demon part was kind of cool. Yes, that's often what stands out on first reading. It's a good thought experiment. It's pretty convincing. Too right, there's a reason we suggest people start there if they're going down this path. It gets the gears turning. I reckon for most people, they've been turning all along, but just ignored. I can't tell you how many people I've seen this book be that first spark of a fire that never goes out. But did it make you question something? It made me question everything! I don't think I can ever be certain about anything again. Not even that there exists a thinking thing? I see what you're going for, but really this isn't my thing. Well, a pity. I look forward to chatting to you if you change your mind, or helping to change your mind from that matter. No more on the subject of work then? Not really. There's a million other things I find more exciting. Look around. This takes a different kind of work entirely. Why do you have so much water? Equal parts good fortune and miracle. There's a lot of life still out there, and especially beneath us. There are some here who think all this physical world stuff is all there is, and I believe we're far, far too blessed for only that. Is this your library? It's our library, but it is my home. Doug and I live up here. She glances towards the upper level. Talia and I keep this place in order, note who's borrowed what, that sorts of thing. Where did you get all the books? We've been slowly collecting them over the years. Started with a couple, then it became a bit of a fascination. A hobby as well as an essential part of who we are. And we've finished talking to you. Okay. There's also a workshop. No, it's not about driving cars, de Broglie. Very little vehicle involved. G'day, mate. Let me guess. Brennan got you meeting all the crew. Wish everything ran as clockwork as he does. The man has a beaming smile. His tone is conveying a good-natured sarcasm. I'm Lockie. That's Brooke. If you're good people, we'll be good people too. And that's really about it. Can you improve my weapon? Ah, so you're like if we don't rescue Cole, how we do this. Are you able to make me new weapons? A pipe wrench? You're gonna need rope, nails, a pipe wrench, 5 bits of scrap, and $500? Absolutely not. What about you? Oi, I saw your guys during the ceremony. You moving in or what? Checking things out. This place is pretty incredible. Bloody oath. Strong agreement. Just checking everything out for now. Sure you are. Most of the blow-ins who say that end up staying, mate. We're trying to find one of our friends. Yeah, you probably couldn't find your friend in here. There's a little touch of friendly mockery. Lockie, you see any lost friends? Oh, mate. You should have been here yesterday. Place was chock-a-block with them. Should have been here yesterday, she laughs. Brennan wants me to meet everyone. Ah, you must be serious about staying. I am serious about learning the water trick, you and me both. You know where I might be able to find books? Let me guess. Mira or Talia have got you hunting? Those two, eh? All your friends that were here yesterday must have took 'em. They both burst into laughter. What do you do around here? What do I do? I'm usually doing whatever I tell her to. Yeah, fuck that noise, Lockie. I'm his apprentice, 'cause he was here first, and 'cause that's what he calls someone who does all the shit he doesn't want to do. Wait, what's this? This is my workshop. Actually, I think it even says it on the door, Lockie's workshop. And that makes you Lockie's apprentice. And there you have it. So we're not taking shit from Lockie. I'm here working on whatever the community needs. Goodbye. As if it wasn't hot enough, Lockie's locker looks locked. Gosh, that's a lot of assonance, isn't it? An impressive collection of tools, including an axe that looks like it might never have been used to kill someone, as crazy as that sounds. The ladder leads up to Lockie's room. Okay, and what about the lowest level? Oh, that just takes us back down to the ground. Okay. Nope. This must be the cleanest water that you've ever seen. Some wheat. You're still getting used to seeing water used for decoration? Chookums? Okay. That looks like about it. Was there anything else? Bring her 5 philosophy books? Well, we've brought her 2. I guess we could make progress, No, I haven't gotten to know all the residents. Really? Maybe because I didn't do the guards? G'day. Uh-huh, what do you want? I spoke to Mira, she's not happy about the way Brennan handles security. It is. It is set in WA, de Brulliage. You're looking at our army of 2, mate. Can I help? Can you? I'm not afraid of killing. Is that right? Spent my life doing that sort of thing. Sounds like you reckon you can take care of yourself. And there's not much that these 2 can't handle. Fine, you're on. This should be good. We don't get approached from the north because of the great big silos, and most people aren't dumb enough to walk straight through the front door. We'll be doing the usual, just staying within the perimeter and keeping our eyes and ears open. Okay. What do you want me to do? Patrol the east side of Lake Deborah. Alright. It certainly has some place names, and some people speak partially in some Aboriginal languages, de Brulliage, but concepts, I don't know about that. I don't get what else you want me to do. Maybe it's a out of the world thing? Like in the overworld? Maybe there's a dedicated place that's called East Side of Lake De... No, there isn't. Well, aside from doing circles around the whole place... and seeing if it triggers a you are near a location thing like in the tutorial section. Fired bullets, cash, bottle. And yeah, nothing seems to have triggered. Maybe we talk to them again and they say you've done what you needed to? Oh, come back at night. Okay. Rest. Yes. I want it to be night. Hurry up. Now we talk to you. Start patrol. You walk with him through Denny's crops. You hear a low growl in the darkness. Here we go. That is a surprising number of raiders. And we aren't even going first. Doggo is going first. Doggo is not very good at hitting. No, you might as well shoot this round. Shoot. Big miss. Reload. And stand next to Doggo. Sure. Next turn you can maybe flip weapons. Ah! 100%? Sure. Doggo got an opportunity attack, but it did nothing for them. %. Okay, Doggo won. And reload. I really wish we could get to Mate's turn so that we could get him out of the line of fire. Get into range of Doggo and commence stabbing Doggo. That's your turn. Make some, well, you can shoot and then make space. Worried he's going to close on you. Let's assume that he is going to be good for stabbing next turn. Ah, he's friendly, but I don't get to control him. Doggo misses. Doggo misses. Okay, me. I want that guy gone. And reload. I kind of want to be here so that this guy can't shoot me. Or at least maybe has cover. Okay, change weapon. Stabby. And knocked down. Get within range of that person. Prepare for stabbing them next turn. I want this guy gone. But apparently it's blocked from there. Now we can do it. And she's out of bullets now. Does she have to spend part of her turn getting up? It looks like she had to spend almost all of her turn getting up. I'd rather finish off Doggo. That is all. You close and stab him. That's as good as you're getting. Okay. I kind of want to use my healing spell on myself. Except it doesn't seem like he actually used healing. What if you got to there? Reload. No, get rid of this guy. And reload again, why not? You finish this guy. Or miss. Okay. I'm happy with that. You help finish this person. Or fail. Now, how do we use... You can't, for you it's more expensive. Fair enough. Stab then. Now. Okay, I was meant to use the scroll wheel to change what skills are available. Cast, heal yourself. And... I don't know. Probably just run up towards her? Like, there's only one person left, so we should start meleeing. Smack. That's all for you. Help your sister out. Can you change into stabby mode and stab them? No, sister is in the way. Fair enough. Make sure you count as right next to that person, so if they move, they get stabbed. This guy tried to run away. Attack of opportunity kills him. Stabby miss. And it cost her all her action points because she critical failed. Stabby. Stabby. Good enough. Then there was one. my go. Get into stabbing range and commence the stabbing. Oh, come on! All these attacks of opportunity and nothing. Here. Change to your shotgun. But you apparently can't shotgun his face, so... Overwatch. That direction. Oof. I mean, in fairness, these two are marksmen, not stabby people. Wait, why don't I have my... Do you only get it once per fight? It looks like maybe I only get to cast heal once per fight. Oh, no, I'm not. I thought I was me, I'm the girl. Okay. Stab. 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 Done. Do you have any useful skills? Not really. You can at least start closing. Use sprint. Not intimidate. Intimidate won't work. Well, how do I pick a different skill then? Right click and I'm allowed to select sprint. Good. Surround him. You change to your pistol. Reload. And the helper finishes them off. Fucking hell. That gets the blood flowing. You did good, mate. Not bad at all. Glad we were around. Whole place, no doubt, heard the commotion as well. What are you going to do with the bodies? We get rid of them outside. He nods his head towards the wasteland. Once we've cleared them out of anything useful. Do you know who these people were? A bunch of dead bastards. He seems indifferent and only shrugs. Glad that's over. Catch you later. We raid their bodies? Yes. Cash, a cleaver. The doggo has... No, that's a different person. And they have some sort of weird makeshift saw. What big teeth you have, my dear. Dog meat. Dog meat. Money, a revolver. 2 more people. This. Money, rope, gun, knife. Ah, some of the people that aren't me have leveled up, you say? Maybe? No. Then what am I not understanding? That she needs new equipment things. Okay. Well, here, have a bit of dog meat. Why eat roo when you can eat mush roo? Ugh. Sure, why not? Wait, that gave her all of the dog meat? Oh, no, that was roo. Okay. Sure, you can have one. You can have one. You can have one. And that'll do. We're not playing Taz the Tasmanian Tiger de Broglie, although we do need to return and finish the rest of those. So it's not about chuck and rangs. Talk to Kai about our next job. You did a lot of good work with those raiders, thanks. Yep, get some rest, we'll catch up tomorrow. So you're actually saying wait until morning, and then I'll talk to you again. Okay, you really want me to rest. Now can I talk to you? What about you? No. Maybe we have to leave and re-enter? So let's do that. That might trigger them to be sensible. We might have to wait 1 to 2 business days. Okay, let's try talking to them again now. I mean, if we're talking to them about a job, maybe we do have to wait for business days. Nah, I don't get it. Maybe it's only allowed to continue after we've... done the, like, rest of the introduce yourself to these people quests? I mean, I've got the 500 bucks, so what we could do now actually is, in part, to let them maybe realize that they're being silly about not doing that, but if we come back to here, we know where we can pay for the guy's bail now, having read the journal slightly more. Thanks for your help back there. It seems as if he's working towards something. Oh, it's still doing this? You're welcome. What do you think makes someone a good leader? Can you improve my weapons? Nothing. Tell me about yourself. How are you holding up? Goodbye. Now has it triggered that I've saved him? Yes, it looks like the saving him thing was tied to one of those other talks that I maybe didn't do before. Yeah. Okay. So that's a bit weird, but now that's okay. And then we want to go to Town Hall. And pay the bail. Hello, I want to pay the bail. What are you after? I'm here for his bail. Be a lamb and tell him to stay in Meriden, won't you? He'll have his trial as soon as I've been re-elected. Where do you stand on more children in our walls? We're already full at the seams. More children means more unproductive mouths to feed. Let's keep it manageable. Do you have any plans for the debtos? The system isn't broken, why change it? How do you intend to handle the other-siders? I believe I've made my position clear. Unless they can show they can support themselves, they can stay outside. I know it sounds heartless, but I have the well-being of everyone inside to consider. Okay, now that he's out of the jail, will he tell us about the main questline person from Kalgoorlie where they're hiding? Ooh, but first, Mick, hey mate, for someone who's been in a coma, he looks decidedly unrested. Have you got a second to chat? Sure. While I was out of it, I had a strange dream. I don't know what else they could be called. They felt real, but... Anyway, what it comes down to is this. What do you think is the difference between a good person with bad impulses and a bad person with the impulse to do good? That is a false equivalent. You're saying good impulses don't exist while bad impulses do. Nihilist. Good and bad are meaningless value judgment. What matters is how you feel about what you've done. A bottle of wine, Machiavellian, self-control. They both probably even out, wouldn't you say? I'm going to go with the false equivalence. I'm not after a linguistics lesson. I want to know whether a person's natural character outweighs the moments where they behave differently, or whether enough different moments will fundamentally change who a person is. You're not going to find an answer, it's a chicken and an egg problem. Did you act the way you did because of past experience, or was it railing against your nature that caused problems at first? Humanist. How someone chooses to act or react is the only thing that can change who they are. If you don't like yourself, change your behaviour. Machiavellian. A leader who's acting like a follower doesn't stop being a leader, but they're not befitting anyone by playing a role not suited to them. Utilitarian. What does it matter if you change so long as you change in a way that benefits us all? Do something enough and it rewrites your brain to make future situations easier. We're trying to drag ourselves back into fully utilitarian rather than our little smidge of overlap with humanitarian. What if you suffer enough? What would you classify as enough? He waves his hands around. I get what you're saying. It doesn't mean I like it. I should have known better than to bring my moral quandary to a pedant. Well, you win. I hope it feels better for you than it does for me. I'm sorry, I'm just keeping with my character. Why must you punish me for playing my character? Guard the chicken coop on the west side of the settlement. Talk to Kai at the gates of Lake Deborah about your next job. You're about two minds about things being tagged like that in games like these? Okay, we can talk to you and free you. I've paid your bail. You've gone above and beyond, mate. Scott Measure said he had a few things to collect from the plane before he could head back to Kalgoorlie. As for me, I'm going home. But we were asked to make him stay. Imagine if you had to work out what one each one corresponds to. I honestly think that would be an interesting game. Apparently we've leveled up again. I'm not allowed more agility. We should probably get some more health. On the other hand, if I kept working intelligence, we could try and work our way towards even more action points. Yeah, I'm sold on that. And let's keep working our magic power spell. Next. Talk to Connor. Help get him out in exchange for information. Well, I've done that. But he hasn't given me information. He said he's going home. And home means the city that is destroyed, right? So... Ella, Mad, DJ, Jess, let's go. Visit the destroyed city and see if Man has gone there and found out that everyone he knows is dead. He doesn't seem to be here. Oh wow, he came here and then he committed suicide. RIP. That's depressing. Yup. That's him. So I paid $500 for him to go commit suicide. And he didn't even give me the info. He did say something about the plane. What, you want us to go back to the plane crash? We can try. But I don't know that it's going to be any different. I'd be more inclined to go back to the, oh, hello. To go back to the hippie commune. The magic hippie commune. Oh, no, there's someone here. And it is the guy. Okay. The magic hippie commune, and... see if we can either finish the Talk to Everyone quest or now the 2 guards accept that we're useful. He's rummaging through something in the wreckage, but he looks up cautiously as you approach. Hello, I finally tracked you down. I fear you have me at a disadvantage. He stands, dusting off his fingers with a gentle grace. Are you here to take me prisoner? Or does Governor Smith have some harsher punishment? Angela wants you brought back to resolve this misunderstanding. What exactly was it that you gave Connor? Something he called a gating ball. Why? What did he do with it? How many of them does Kalgoorlie have? A couple of hundred. They get passed around so much, someone must have a number somewhere, one of the clerks. It almost killed Angela and wounded a man called Mick. That's not its primary purpose, it stores energy, that's all. We would never destroy such a valuable object by subjecting it to such pressure. Did you plan to attack us? Attack? Not unless it was absolutely necessary. We were here to gather info. I should be going. Thank you for the conversation. It has been illuminating. I have more questions. I don't think my response will provide answers you seek. Are you going to let me go? I'm going to say yes. Farewell. Return to Angela. Sure. I'm not imprisoning him. Not when the last person we released from a prison committed suicide. Didn't even give me my 500 bucks back. Grumble, grumble, grumble. What a waste of money. Hail Sundays, Sundays. Yeah, for the most part. There are times when the Australianness is too much for me, and it makes me embarrassed, but otherwise good. Hello, Angela. She gives you a terse nod. Hello, Brookton. What are you after? I found him. Did he have anything to say about the device it threw at me? He said they have hundreds. Hundreds, I see. That's what I got out of him. That leaves us little enough to go on. Continue. Did you allow him to return? Yes. As weak-willed as ever, I see. Very well. I'll waste no more of your time. You are dismissed. I'm not imprisoning him. No. And you're not going to make me feel bad about it, lady. Tough luck. In terms of audio design, the only comment that's been noticeably passed around Sundays is that maybe there's a little too much windy noise. Otherwise, I've quite liked it. Okay. Well then, back to Lake Deborah. Now that lady here is angry with me. Mad. Ella. DJ. And Jess. Let's go. How about raiding Kalgoorlie for balls? Let's go this way. Sure. And I think once we get there, we might call it for the episode. Who's here? Ooh, armored wombats. Mutant wombats are attacking. And they have 4 eyes. Where are the rest of them? The armored wombats have us heavily surrounded. Shoot. Big miss. Change. They're combat wombats. They are combat wombats. Move up. That's your turn. Sister can get 100, 100. So would I prefer 2 of these or 2 of these? I'd probably prefer... Actually, no, it would be 3 stabbies, wouldn't it? 3 stabbies versus 2 of these. 3 stabbies is in theory slightly better. Stabby. 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 Yeah, be proud of yourself, Sunday. Be proud of the work you've done. No more stabbing actions. Main character man, me. I mean, the same. I'm better at stabbing. So, okay. Stabby. 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 Goodbye, the first combat wombat. You could close and stabby. Stabby. Okay, and finally him. You can also close. But you might actually have trouble reaching there, because he doesn't... He's not very good at running. Yeah. So, you spend the rest of your turn sprinting, friend. So that if the wombat decides to run away, you get some more attacks of opportunity. Oh. The wombats don't make a noise? The wombats can heal. Okay. Stabby. 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 Done. Can you get around the other side? Stabby. Stabby. Looks like you can't knock wombats over, which is fair enough. Excellent. Maybe start making your way over towards helping here. Big miss, but hey, you at least got rid of one of them. Ow. Ow. Okay, magic spell yourself. No, because... Why not? That should work. That gets a good amount of our healing done. And it killed the other wombat. And now we're out of action points. Fair enough. Can you get over and smack this one? And again. That will do nicely. You help stab this one. 2, 3. 1, 2. Big miss. 1, 2. End turn. Are you going to enter the poison? He will enter the poison zone. No, I wanted you to stab the wombat. Well, now you might as well run away. You've already committed to it. I can't manage to get it to shoot the wombat? It's using our magic spell as cover. It does seem that way. Cast self-heal again. Yeah. So what would be nice here is if you could click on the enemy up here to target that enemy. Try and surround our wombatty friend. And maybe you can cast Fireball on the wombat? Yes. We can kill the wombat this way. Heal me, damage them. That'll do. You do precisely nothing. You do precisely nothing. You do precisely nothing. You move up and try and do your fire spell again. Or you could help with healing. Yeah, help with healing. The wombat knocks us over. Oh yeah, and we end the fight with full health as well. No, the killing happens before the healing, so I don't get to go to full health. Boo! Boo! Collect all the wombat meat. Good enough, and let's be on our way. Yes, a magician held our hands, led us in some visualization exercises, and now we can make plants grow. Slash depoison the land, slash manipulate water, slash heal. Nope, no food was involved. Zero food. Goodbye. 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 So who don't I know, supposedly? I feel like I've gotten to know everyone. The didgeridoo was in the native town. We stole it from them and then almost sold it back to them, which was a bit rude. Okay, we've caused them to allow us new dialogue options by going and doing other stuff and coming back. What do you do around here? Okay, and now you. You lost a kid. Good kid, bad ending. Is that it? Okay, no, we do another patrol. This time we're guarding the chooks. Reckon something's been sniffing around and trying to get at them. Let's not screw it up. Combat wombats or dingoes? Drop bears! A whole bunch of them. Come on. No way. Wow. Oh, that's funny. Shoot you, swap weapon, because they're close enough that it's worth doing. And close on that one, I guess. It moves in a very frog-like way. Shoot. Shoot. Swap. Next turn you're ready for stabbing. I kind of want to just cast the magic spell on ourselves, so that it protects my area and heals me. And then shoot that guy and give them marked. Stabby. Stabby. Then you're out. Okay, you cast healing / defensive spell on... I wish we could make it... Can it... No, I can't make it do both, so just do us. And then beyond that, change to stabbing. The next turn. Yeah, keep shooting the marked one. And then I think another... heal / damage. And then I would like to get over by a friendo over here, so that I can heal her next turn. Knockdown. You can knock down drop bears, but they don't seem to be terribly different. I suppose it's now crouched rather than standing up. Yeah, she definitely needs healing next turn. Stabby, stabby, stabby. Oh, I need them to miss. No! No! No. No. Not having death. No. No. We talk to you. And get out. Well, actually first, rest. So that we're at full health for the fight. For one thing. Talk to you again. Hello, you lost a kid. Thank you. What do you do? I should meet everyone. Now can we talk about our next job? And he says wait for night, so okay. And can we change people around to the way that I want them? So you are primarily this and secondarily that. You can be primary that. Everyone should be primary stabbing. Even me. Now let's go. This time we are fully healed and with the correct weapons out, so we get slightly more actions on the first round. Let's go. Club. Club. Very good. Stabby. 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 Your job is done. Stabby. 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 Done. Ow. Ow. Stabby. Stabby. I don't think Friendo is going to be having a good time. You kind of need to run over here and heal these guys. You... This... Heal. I guess that's it for you. Terrible shot. Heal up our friendo and hurt these two with magic. And then stabby. And you're done. Finish off that one, please. Very good. like they flipped places for a second. Stab. 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 That one's running away. Oh, no, that maybe counts as a reach weapon. And so you get, like, it moved from a square that you have reach into a square that you can still attack. Finish off that one. Now start this one. And you're done. Oh, no! I mean, technically that's not our guy, though, so... You know, if he died because of his own stupidity, I only feel so bad. Heal. Again. That one. Stabby. But then I should probably do spell. Stabby. Stabby. Good. Very in keeping with our utilitarianism. Smack. Smack. It was knocked down, so we got a free critical. Go help your sister. Very good. Now you come help over here. Team members, but I want to target the drop bag. Yeah, there we go. Move as far as you can. Use your healing. Pretty good. Stabby. 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 Smack. Cannot be. Come on, get over there. Smack it. And then that one. Okay. Oh, and then Friendo gets back up. Struth! He shakes his head as he watches the rest of them retreat. Nasty bastards. They can keep coming, and we can keep scaring them away. I reckon Brennan's gonna have to hear about this loudly. Is that so? More security, eh? Do you want to allow someone else to suffer the way Gabe did? Hey now, that was a tragedy. A terrible, terrible tragedy. That's also a joke. But once again, a once-off that everyone keeps pointing to. A once-off? You're calling that kid's suffering, his gruesome death, a once-off? Brennan, have you lost your mind? Yeah, Brennan. You put me in charge of security, and I've been trying to get this place secure. And even after all of this, you're still umming and ahhing? Bloody oath. You want this place to be a paradise, but you're afraid of having watchtowers. Like the rest of the fucking world. You think paradise means constantly worrying about when the next surprise attack is gonna come? No. We're not prepared to lose more people because we were taken by surprise again. You hearing this? At least Mira wants to build some towers. Uh-huh, loud and clear. At least one of them is talking some sense. She catches your eye, silently acknowledging that more people are siding with her. Okay, fair enough. We'll get Lockie to help you build some towers, Doug. At last. He exhales loudly, relief on his face as he looks at Mira. Let Lockie know, will ya? I'm heading back upstairs. This place could have been done for if we weren't around. Good stuff. And yet, somehow I still need to get to know them all. That just seems wrong. Gather the correct materials. No. 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 Tell Lockie in his workshop about the need for watchtowers. Okay. He says as he gets distracted from ending the episode that he said he'd end. The lift is actually over here. Do I have how-to plays? No, I don't. The most I have is my train guide, which is the definitive Railroad Tycoon train guide. Other than that, just watching my campaign playthroughs, I guess. Generally, it's build as long a line as you can between the two largest cities that you can. Run passengers and mail between them to make money is the basic starting point. Maybe you're not allowed to use the lift during the night. So... there we are. Also, we should rest again, seeing as resting is free here. The hippie commune doesn't charge you to rest. The magical hippie commune, they have magic. You shouldn't undersell them. We need to build watchtowers. How would you like to lend a hand building some watchtowers? That's finally going ahead. We'll get started right away. Hate that we need them. Love that we're finally getting to build them. Should be ready in a couple of days, mate. Thank you. Okay, now what? Get to know... what am I missing about get to know? Maybe it's because I haven't talked to every option. So let's go through all the options to try and make sure that it wasn't something that I supposedly haven't clicked. Like it was with that Save Cole quest where even though we brought him back to the main city... well, there are a couple of things that it could be for that. So, right, there was, these guys maybe had an upstairs, and the other room also maybe had an upstairs. But there isn't actually anything upstairs. Theoretical paper? I guess we're stealing your theoretical paper. This place also had a potential upstairs. Someone might be hiding using their magic. They could be. No, it doesn't look like there's anything upstairs there either. But I didn't look up here earlier, so it was worth checking. top. It's also weird that the map didn't show us the map of the top. Ah, because we can scroll the map. Okay. Hello. Thank you for your patience. I've spoken to most of the people here. Ah, that's great. You're beginning to get a good picture of us and our beliefs. Anyone stand out? I met Mira. I saw you heading to the library. What do you think of her? She seems to take things pretty seriously. That she does. She's got a lot of wisdom beneath that seriousness. You should take some time to get to know her. I've met Doug. Open arms and big hugs, I'm sure. Hey, I met Jeff. How Ardeth Blowin. Don't tell him I said that, though. I met Kai. Glad you got to chat without him pointing a gun at you. He's got an overactive trigger finger. Makes him think he's good at his job, I suppose. I met Talia. Quite a little bookworm, our go-to expert on almost anything. I hoped you help her get some books for the library. I met Denny. That old legend? What did you learn from him? That you've both known each other a long time and generally agree on things. Right you are, and good to know that old fossil still thinks so as well. Brennan, it seems like you're just having me interrogate everyone to gossip about them. Okay, I can see how you might think that. It's not my intention. This is about seeing how you might fit in, and while you're getting to know us, you can get an understanding of where you're coming from. Literally and figuratively. I met Lockie, solid bloke, what do you reckon? Doesn't seem interested in big ideas. He's very different from his sister. Too right, he's a good egg, does great work. Not everyone's got to be a deep thinker. I met Brooke. Nice, talented one that. What did you learn about her? Not much. Okay, so I meant to learn more about Brooke and Mira. Seemingly. I noticed the mural in your quarters. Do you need help with it? You're quite the painter. He says thank you. Nice to see this sort of thing still going on. I appreciate how fortunate I am to be able to do it. Does it have any special significance? Of course it does. It's significant to me, but that kind of thing is also about the person looking at it, what it does for them. So, what did you think about it? I see the solitary explorer as stepping through the cosmic barrier of ignorance, abandoning comfortable illusions for the greater good. Not bad at all. It's not quite what I see, but that is part of the beauty of art. I like your read anyway, mate. Nice use of colours. We have to remember what the third Blackwell game taught us. We're meant to say what we think the colours mean. We are meant to ask what it means to them. And what was the third thing? Oh, ask them why they chose the colours. I don't want to use the humanist thing, so... It ties together the room, I guess? Okay, fair enough. Nice use of colours, thank you. Good, we're not forced to become slightly more humanist. Do you have information on nearby settlements? I don't know much. It's a long time since I ventured away from these silos. Jeff, one of the boys who greeted you, he's a pretty recent arrival and might know more. How long have you all been here? About 20 years. Well, I first arrived around that time. The others have been pulled in over the years in dribs and drabs. Jeff just got here recently. He's still finding his feet. Sorry again for the unhappy welcome. Okay, discuss belief with him. I want to talk about belief. What do you think about this community? Denny has told me about your beliefs. He's a good bloke to talk you through these things. Really, he lives it. See, Denny and I have different takes. He doesn't think that there's any grand purpose and that that's cool. But for me, even without a divine plan, life is full of possibilities. I believe in making our own purpose by being good to each other and enjoying the ride. What do you believe? That despite everyone else's ideas of right and wrong, we should do what we can to minimize harm and maximize the well-being of as many people as possible. He nods along as you speak and regards you for a second before he responds. That's some good utilitarian thinking there. and in line with how we do things mostly. Good to hear you share a concern for human well-being. It's good to know that there are people out there who can come to the same conclusions even in this fucked up world. It's very easy to look around and go, fuck this, it's all gone to shit, none of it means anything, why even try? He coughs, then wipes his mouth with one hand. So I focus on all this around me, on enjoying life and helping others because that's what makes our human experience richer. What do you believe? That some people need to believe in the divine? I believe in a predetermined fate. Nothing is going to make a difference. Machiavellian. What? I don't want these. According to Denny, you believe in nothing, but have also come up with the everlasting. How does that work? It's easier than you might think. And just so to get it straight, he's the one who believes in nothing. I just don't believe this existence is for nothing. Makes sense? So in a way, this existence isn't for nothing. It's what we make of it together. He pauses and catches his breath. And yeah, it might seem a bit paradoxical, but here's the deal. I don't believe in some big cosmic plan or divine rules, but I think we humans can create our own meaning. So I focus on all this around me, on enjoying life and helping others because that's what makes our human experience richer. What do you believe? I don't want the Machiavellian ones. That some people need to believe in the divine. There's no doubt about that, mate, but that's not part of what we're going for here. We don't have some kind of prayer for granting wishes. We're not gods, we can't wish the world a better place. We have to work for that. We're all part of it. And that's a responsibility most of the people who end up looking for something won't accept. What's wrong with an idea of the divine giving them hope? This is true to Brouillage, but there are also achievements for playing through and only doing each kind of idea, for like being 100% sticking to one concept. So that is also a author-approved way of playing. We're all part of it, and that's a responsibility most of the people who end up looking for something more won't accept. But can you blame someone for turning out that way? Can they be blamed on the circumstances and events of their life? Okay, let's actually read this. We don't have some kind of prayer for granting wishes. We're not gods, we can't wish the world a better place. We have to work for it. I agree. That fits with utilitarianism. I'm glad to hear it, and honestly not all that surprised. You seemed like that sort. You're pretty set on the here and now. You want to change the future by wishing about it, or you done something you'd regret and want to be offered salvation? This is not the place for those people. We're thinking apes who love stories. We love the myth and want to be more important. And when this becomes a fuck-up is when we fill in the gaps with things that excuse the killing, or reward the selfishness, or justify the destruction of ourselves in the name of others. No, sorry, in the name of ourselves. I'm talking about God as nature as ourselves. Some crazy shit has been done, man. Some crazy, crazy shit, because people needed the myth so bad. And that's why Black went off the rails and had to go. So, we all know it's possible to take things too far, but do you really understand that? It's like, if you see some kids running a race and they reach the finish line, and they run past the line, that's good for winning for first place, but it also means they overshot. That's how some of our ideas work. We started as a dumb fish, quite literally, a dumb fish out of the water, probably not even conscious, no ideas, no reason, no intuition. And so we eventually plodded along until we were thinking apes. But even so, if we had any idea, it was probably along the lines of what can I eat? Who can I mate with? What's trying to kill me? And then we proceeded becoming smarter and figuring out the world around us and what makes us tick, and built big cities and flew to the moon, and all of that shit that ended up in some big fucking dickheads deciding the best way to move forward was to bomb the world. Maybe that was a step too far. So yeah, maybe somewhere along the way, all these ideas about God and life and death, about purpose and meaning, and where we go when we die, and those are the ideas that went too far. The bummer is, This wasn't some pendulum that was going to swing back. Enough of human history proved that. This was a kid who won the race and just fucking kept on running, you know? And he went straight through the wars and the bombs and the men on the moon and kept running through everything he'd ever known. People like Black prove the little shit is still going, and he coughs, a spasm rocking his body until all you hear is a soft wheezing from beneath his beard. And that's why you don't get me started. The old man blinks a few times, then smiles at you. Sorry, I get carried away a bit sometimes. You think? I'll take that as a joke, mate. He doesn't sound impressed. The old man clears his throat. Anyway, thanks. Good to get an understanding of who wanders on in here from the Never Never, and that they know what we're on about too. So about the people I meant to still talk to two more, maybe? Tell me more about the history. It's a hell of a story. What about specifically? How do you get supplies here? The barter crew from Westonia were perhaps the only true merchants of quality. They supplied necessities, not luxuries. When we first arrived at Lake Deborah, it became apparent that we would have a great need of supplies and equipment. He pauses and then continues with his tale. A small crew from Westonia chose to become the providers of such items, initially in exchange for shelter and food. It looks like you're pretty self-sufficient now, though. We certainly think so. I know there are some who grumble about not having more barter crews passing through, though. When did you first sit up here? Over 20 years ago. Long enough for this beard to go grey. He laughs. A few of us founded this place and started putting in the work. And I think then we are done with talking to you. Oh, bye for now. Oh, and at night I'm usually in my quarters. Doors always open. Okay, we've completed them all. And yet it's somehow still a main quest, which is weird. So unless we're going to depose him, somehow that I don't know... then we're back to either trying to trade enough stuff with the guy in Korda to maybe trigger the other person to be there that we can ask to trade knowledge with. So we'll head over there once more. See if the other person suddenly exists. That's a no. And that's also a no. And I don't think I see anyone else. So it might be about intelligence. It might be about, so let's push that up to 100. And then what next? Probably vigilance. It might be about selling him stuff, like they said. Yes, you can throw grenades and stuff, but they don't seem... I would rather gun. No, that's just the same. Yeah, I definitely don't see a person, so we will try waiting until morning and see if different people are here, but... Nope. Have a look around the map. Actually, can you use M for map? Okay, so maybe there's... No, but neither of these are talkable. So unless it really is selling him enough stuff, in which case... What are we willing to sell? Revolver. Revolver. I don't need 3 spare pistols. And a cleaver? Wow, you have a lot of trade goods. Clearly a skill. I reckon you should meet the fella who runs our barter cruise, as you'd be put to good use. Follow me. Okay, it was seldom enough stuff. Uncle smiles and opens his arms. Kaya Wanju, Tukurda. I know Koya asked you to come. You are safe with us. Auntie gives you a small wave and smiles warmly. Kaya Nganye, Quel Mam Yok Acacia. Just so you know, we are Mort from the Noongar Nation, which has 14 different clan groups. Right now we are on Ngaji Buja. Anyway, make sure you respect Buja as you move around on it. Now, tell us why you're here. I was hoping to give Uncle Koya what he asked for, but I had no luck. I thought it would only be polite to accept his invitation. It was neighborly, I figured I'd drop by. Good for you to try. I reckon keep going and come back when you find something. Nah, what's wrong with you? Sending a stranger to do this? Chew? Auntie turns to you. Answer my questions, bub. What are you here for? I thought it would only be polite. Yes, bub, you'll fit right in. Just be respectful, as Auntie said, and everything will be fine. Alright, DJ, get cracking, give our guests the royal tour, and make sure to introduce them to the Budia here. And since you gathered good trading knowledge to convince Ngama to let you use the lift, go ask Benar if he wants some help. Auntie holds a hand to stall you before you walk away, and you make your way around. As you make your way around, don't forget about me. Drop in, I love to have a yarn, a chat, with you, and I'm always up for new company. Auntie gives you another small wave as she departs. DJ turns to you thoughtfully. Okay, so a few mob will need to see, including elders and other Mort people in the community. We'll start with Kong Norn, since he didn't come meet us. Probably busy with the library. Let's check there first. And with that, having tantalizingly discovered that this is actually a whole city hidden behind, well, city in the same sort of way that Silo City was a city, hidden behind trading enough with these people, we will call that an episode. Once again, evil cliffhanger blobber. Mwah-ah-ah-ah-ah.